Okay, what am I making? I've decided that I'm going to be making some bolts today. And it's mostly because I am trying to do like an art study, and I'm also trying to make sure that I finish my 30 finished pieces with oil pastels. So in a sense, I'm trying to hit two birds with one stone. I would say for the most part this is going pretty well, just because already I can see what I need to work on. I'm assuming that you can too, which is shapes. Why am I choosing to do this? And why am I not just picking a reference to kind of have fun with? I am having fun with this piece, but I'm really trying to work on bolts and like other mechanical pieces, because the overall goal for me right now is to really have some fun drawing robots. That's what my current inspiration is, and I've been really obsessed with compiling everything I can think about that I should throw into a robot. And although for the bolts, you don't really see them on the robots, you mostly see like the top of the bolt, or you kind of see them like screwed in holding something together. The idea is to get super creative, so although you may not see this big of a bolt on any of the pieces I make, it could still be like a background. It could be the goal of a story, like a robot that's really obsessed with bolts somehow. And a great way that I see it is if you've ever watched or played Ratchet and Clank. He doesn't necessarily wear bolts, but to him it's kind of like collecting money and collecting like these hidden Easter egg bolts. Again, it may not have to be very obvious if I do create a robot, but maybe there's some sort of backstory to it. One of the things that I'm trying to accomplish as well with the oil pastels is not trying to blend. So just letting the oil pastel have its texture and let it do whatever it's gotta do with the color underneath, even though I'm positive that it's not really blending. And that could be because of the index cards that I'm using, or it could be the amount of pressure. The point is just not really focusing on perfection by blending a lot. When I started, I was struggling to decide between the green palette and like the more orange blue palette. And on my practices, I feel like the colors came together, but the biggest problem that I have is I will practice on a piece that I want to do a couple days before I actually do the final piece on the index cards. And I think that creates like a lot of disconnect, because then they don't look similar at all, and I kind of feel confused on why they don't look the same. But I think overall the color palette was pretty good, and even though I set colors aside to only use like 5 colors for this piece, I ended up using my whole color palette. That's something I need to work on, because I know that if you use less color to make more, it's better, so that you don't have to worry about having each and every color. But that is the thing with oil pastels, it is a bit more difficult to do that, because you can't blend them with each other to make another color. They just kind of are that color, and they're always gonna be stronger than the previous color, no matter what their value is. So those things don't really apply. And with the shadow that I was trying to do, I really liked it, but I just felt like the orange wasn't as vibrant as I wanted it. So I ended up making this choice of adding red, and again, like I said, with oil pastels, they don't really blend in very well, so it just became a red background. I did decide to amplify the little lines on the bolts, but I didn't like how they look, so I stopped. And this is the overall finished piece. I hope you enjoyed this chat and this fun long process. Please like the video, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.